Okay, I finally locked her down for an interview. We have been at CEO Space for 3 times now, and everybody keeps coming up to us and saying, we need to sit down and meet this lovely lady. This is Erin Saxton. Thank you so much for interviewing with us today.
Well, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So first of all, tell me about your company and what you do.
Well, right now my company is called Tallgrass Public Relations. We have offices in New York, New Jersey, South Dakota, Orange County. We say South Dakota because we can, right? I mean, who has offices there? But we do, and it's a great city. It's a great town, and our founder of the company is Jeffrey Hazlett, my new business partner, and he's originally from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So, because we can.
So tell me then, how did you actually get into public relations?
Well, I'm originally a TV producer, so Barbara Walters was my mentor, and we, right out of college, I started as an intern at Good Morning America, so it was like a really long interview, and there was like tons of people, and they just picked 25, and so automatically it was like cutthroat, right? So I thought, oh, I'm in. Like, I love that. Any type of competition, I really love that, which is funny that I'm at CEO Space because it's all about cooperation, right?
Yeah.
So, like, jokes on me, but I'm kind of a chameleon and I can adapt into any environment. So, but yeah, like once I got the TV bug, I just started moving up the ladder, and I soon started to work for Barbara Walters' private production company called Barwell Productions. And we produced all those primetime shows where like she's making people cry, and people said she called Katharine Hepburn and asked her what kind of tree she wanted to be, which is totally not true. I'm sticking up for Barbara. It never happened. So, though the interview did go down that way, Katharine did say, well, what kind of tree would I be? And then Barbara, being the great interviewer, was like, well, okay, what tree would you be? And then no one forgets the leading up part. Everyone just thinks that Barbara's like, what kind of tree? Of all things to ask Katharine Hepburn. But anyway, I'm forever defending Barbara with that one. And then eventually I went to work for Rosie O'Donnell at her TV show, and then I did a brief stint at Dow Jones TV station. It was just like, it's not on the air but anymore. It just really didn't last long. But when that was folding, The View started. And I'm one of the original producers of The View. There was only 4 of us, and I was one of them. So Bill Getty and Barbara Walters started, so I was kind of going home after growing up in the industry. So it was great.
So what's your favorite part about doing that whole television? Are you still involved in television at all?
Yeah, I mean, Jeff Hazlett is always in TV, and he's very good friends with a lot of Gigapix and Mark Burnett and Donald Trump, and so we have a lot of TV shows in production. So I still feel like I'm a TV producer, but the reason why I left TV, so I left The View, about 12 years ago, which I cannot believe. How great, right? That show's still on the air this many more seasons, all right? Yeah. Awesome. They totally know what they're doing. But basically, the reason why I left was I had a dream in the middle of the night, like get all the eerie woo-woo-woo music coming in. But I thought, I have a niche agency that could bridge the gap between media and public relations. And there's so many people in PR that would call us, and they still do, to say they'll be pitching us. And so many times as media people were saying, no, that's not a good fit for our show, or no, I can't blog about that, and it's inappropriate, it's not right relationship. So I started a media agency that literally just started translating, okay, here's your client, wave my magic wand, and now this is how you pitch them to television. Right. But eventually people started saying, well, no, you call your friends and you pitch them. And I'm like, well, that's PR. And suddenly I was in PR, and I thought, okay, I guess I'm now a PR person. And that's how it really all started. I didn't mean to be in PR. It just kind of happened.
So you are doing what you love.
I am most of the time.
Most of the time.
I have to be honest, right? We're very transparent. So most days I'm doing what I love. Some days, some not. But I really love what I do. Right?
Well, on that note, because there are so many entrepreneurs and maybe people who are in jobs or things that they're not exactly fond about, what would you say to them in finding their own path, their own purpose?
Well, I do everything intuitively, like by gut feeling, right? So when you have a great idea and you feel it in your gut, I want everyone to just go for it and do it. I don't want them to quit their job. Like, I had this gut feeling and I walked in the next day and I told Barbara Walters and I gave her 2 weeks notice. I don't recommend that because, not the best. But when you know in your gut that something's going to work, I say pursue that. So many people just live paycheck to paycheck, and then so many people don't really pursue what their goals are. And so I just think it's something that I want to encourage everyone to do that. And even if they have to do it at night or after the kids go to bed. I mean, I'm a mom, so we just have to make it work somehow, but always do something for yourself. Does that sound too woo-woo?
No,
I feel like it sounds woo-woo, but
what's wrong with that?
Well, woo-woo doesn't really sell these days. So,
But it's the truth, right? So
it
that's
is the
great.
truth. It is the truth. So if you feel like you have that entrepreneurial spirit, don't shove it under the carpet, because your employers or your bosses aren't going to be probably encouraging you to like leave and right, because they like you, they want you to stay where you are. So you have to then do it until you can sustain it and then fly the coop on your own.
Well, thanks so much for sharing your wisdom and your story. We really appreciate you coming
And
out
I
tonight.
feel like I'm like namaste.
What pose? Downward dog, shall we?
No, there's nothing about downward. You don't want to see me doing anything downward dog. Really.
Okay.
Let's just cut. We're done.
And we're out.
And that's a wrap.